Yeah, good morning, my country people. Compliment of the season. Yeah, it's your guy, Ilado Peter. Back to my success story, episode 4. On this episode, we have a very interesting candidate for you guys. Like, we're going over the bar for you guys. You see, we've always tell you guys that success is very achievable, even at a very young age. There is no age bracket for success, and there is no limit to what you can achieve as a young man. So in order to inspire you and to make you believe that anything is just possible in this world you live in, we are bringing in Samuel Ojo. Yeah, these are young billionaires in the city of Lagos, the city of beats and rhythm. All right, so I will not go over the back to introduce him. So we'll be coming over to introduce himself properly to our viewers. And please, you guys to sit tight. Don't run anywhere. Get a Coke, grab your popcorn if you have to, and sit well to enjoy this episode. All right, his real estate company is worth close to 1 billion naira. Do you know what that means in Lagos today? Don't worry, you are in for a treat. So, Mr. Samuel, you're welcome to TepTV.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be on board with you today.
Yeah, so what do I have to do for you? Do we ring the jingle or do we paint the town red for having you? Because I was confessed, bringing you to this show wasn't very easy.
Yeah.
But finally, we have him on this show.
Thank you. I think we wanted to shift it to next year, but hopefully we were able to just squeeze it in. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And please, fans, our guys, our viewers, our subscribers, you really need to tell Mr. Samuel Ojo thank you, because you actually have to move some business trip just so you can have us, you understand, just so you can impact you and you can be blessed. All right, so can you please quickly introduce yourself to our viewers?
Okay. Hello, I'm Samuel Ojo. I run a real estate company here in Lagos named Prop Up Realty, and we've been around in operation for almost a year now. We've done almost 1 billion naira in real estate here in Lagos, especially is where we focus. So what we do majorly is we sell land in Lagos. Let me keep it short.
Sell land in Lagos. Let's keep it short. You see, it is the 1 billion naira part one. So yeah, I would just like to ask, I know many of our viewers who would have been asking this question already in their head. So what course did you study?
I studied English and Literary Studies.
English and Literary Studies.
Yeah.
Okay, from what school, please?
Leeds City University.
Leeds City University at Ibadan.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, so I'm going to ask, like, in what way of your course of study? Because it's a different way you study real estate management, or you study building construction, or even the civil engineering construction, and you actually find yourself in the real estate. It's actually blend well. So like now you're studying something very different from it. So I want to first ask, like, what inspired it?
I think do you mean one that inspired me to get into real estate?
Okay. Given the fact that you're on a different sphere of career.
Okay, from the background study, yeah. I think what inspired me to get into real estate actually was, I think I got to know about real estate during the process of researching, reading up online.
Okay.
And I understand it was one of the industries that was really the money movers, to be honest. And most time when I want to pick the businesses I get into, I try and pick them, trying to understand which industries are the big businesses, big money industries. Then that was one of the major reasons why I got into real estate. So I got to know about real estate during the process of research, reading up online, watching up videos, stuff like that. So that's how I got into real estate majorly.
Oh, cool. So that's a very good one. So yeah, I'm going to ask, like, okay, you study English, right?
Yeah.
So in what way has English influenced or has been of a benefit to your profession?
To be honest, I would say,
because the thing is, there's this, the popular saying, school is a scam. But I actually don't believe school is a scam. So is there any way, like, your course of study has probably influenced
what I'm doing at the moment? To be very honest, I would not. English has never added to anything to what I'm doing at the moment. But I think for me, one thing that is really important is education itself goes beyond like what happens in the four corner of the uni. I think it's about people you get to meet. It's about social disciplines you get to imbibe, the commitment to the school tax, all those things. I think those are some of the values I was able to get from the schooling education itself. But English necessarily, my bachelor's degree has never had anything to do with what I'm doing currently, to be honest.
Yeah, you see, that's the beauty of everything, because even when you're in school, there are networks, there are people you meet. So those people even have a long way to even contribute to the success of your company.
Yeah, and let me add this quickly. Okay. I think when I started on in real estate, the truth is, part of the networks of people I was able to sell properties to were people I met in school.
Okay.
And if I never had that education, I might not have had the opportunity to be able to meet this kind of people that can be able to afford the kind of property I sell. Yeah. So being in that circle, being in the schooling environment really gave me that access to those caliber of people and also to good networks of people. So I think much more than the degree itself, the network of people I had, the values I had from the discipline put into the school tax, the commitment, the showing up, all those things are really like some of the major things I got out of school.
And it's one way to define your story, even as a successful businessman.
Thank you.
You see, that's what I tell young people whenever I meet young people, whenever I have the opportunity to speak to young people. Yeah, I'm also a young man myself, but at least you see, the thing is, experience does not really matter. It doesn't have respect for age. And experience. The reason why they used to say experience no matter is because probably some people having to deal with a lot while they are young, and some people while growing up they have to do with a lot of things. And
Yeah.
going through this thing, they think, okay, so your experience is always backdated to your age. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Now looking at it in the millennial era, it's really very, 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 very rare to see a young man doing so well with your business is no longer a startup. Yeah, it's a ready running company
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what I would just have to say to people, like wherever you are, wherever you see yourself, wherever you find yourself, always find the right click, always find the right niche. You understand? You see, the people you meet today have a long way to contribute to your success.
Sure.
Believe me or not. And when I say success, I don't mean immediate money. Nobody will dash you money, especially if you're in the city of Lagos. You don't need to know that nobody will dash you money. So you need to really get the work done and sit tight. You understand? Like, don't dispose people anyhow. There are people whereby when they come up for you, when they show up for you, you will not even expect it. You understand? So just keep at what you are doing, keep meeting people. All right. So the frustrating part of it is, did you just start making money the moment you get into it? Let's say you started the company today, bam, and you started making money before the end of this week. Was that it was?
I think it will be very important we put perspective into this thing. Real
Okay.
estate was not my first business. Real estate was not the second. Real estate
Okay.
was not the third thing.
Okay.
But I think real estate was one of the business I started, and I was really to grow very fast in there. So I don't think there is any industry you would get into and you just get in, then you start making the money the first
Yeah.
week. The truth is, you would always have series of failures. I think Winston Churchill said something, which is one of my favorite quotes. He says success is the ability to move from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So the truth is, you would not always like just get in there and eat everything is star rosing. Even when we started real estate, the first 3 months we didn't sell anything. We're just there. Because the truth is, there are still things you need to learn. There are still informations you need to access. There are still networks of people you would have to meet to be able to get that kind of success. So most time, until all these things come up, success might necessarily not come.
Okay.
And there's one favorite quote I like from that's Olawale Ailara land with, and I think I've really learned a lot from it. He said, "Mistakes increases your experience. Experience reduces your mistake," which is very true.
Very true. Yeah.
And that's the way it works, usually. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, so can we just give him a clap? All right, so that's for the young people. You see, we just before now, I spoke about experience and see the quote. It said, "Mistakes. The more mistakes you make, will give you more experience, and the more experience you have, will reduce the mistake you have." You understand?
True.
So just get into something. Get into something. It's one of my favorite. Or is it a quote? It wasn't really a quote. One of my favorite speech was from Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay.
He said when he was going to connect the world, he only wanted to connect about
Yeah,
alumni.
true,
Then
true.
he ended up connecting the world.
Yeah.
You see, one dream will lead to another dream.
Of course.
And that's why they say no dream is small.
Of course.
Every dream is big.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And the truth is, okay, don't let me break this. Let me ask you. Yeah, for the first 3 months, you said it was quite frustrating. Do you at any point feel like that's this business, don't be for me?
No, I think the truth is as human general, the truth is everybody feel tired, everybody feel weak. And I think at the end of the day, it's just you being able to like bring yourself out of that situation and understanding that things don't just work that way. So when in the early days when we started, I think the truth is it was tiring the first 3 months when there was no sales. But the proof of success, someone doing something before ahead of you, most time will give you that guarantee that you too can get success at this thing. So most time, some of the things that really helped me then was listening to other people's successful story in the industry I was playing in. Then I understand for them to achieve success, I can achieve success too. Probably it's just some of the things I don't know yet. I've not met the right people I'm supposed to meet yet. I've not gotten to that level where I got building that capacity where I can get that kind of result. So that was what really helps me jolly during those 3 months of
that's good because for you to actually get that kind of focus, it actually takes a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's easier said than being done. Or let me put it like it is easier said than being experiencing it. Like it is easier said that you experience having to go through it. Do you understand? All right, so
and I think let me add this quickly. One thing is I said initially I had series of business. And one thing about pain is pain will increase your tolerance level.
Yes.
When you've been through series of pain, the truth is when that kind of pain or that kind of issue come again, you would have built up capacity to be able to face that kind of challenge. So most time it wouldn't get at you the same way it got at you the first time.
Over the years, through the challenge, you've been able to build your patience and the level of endurance.
Exactly. So it wasn't that serious, even when things were not working, because I had series of issues like that before and I was able to come out of them. Then I understand it was just a process. So that's the major,
All right, so that's a very great one. So there's something stood out for me in your talk. Something stood out for me, and it was the place of mentorship. So, like, while going into real estate, do you have somebody you're actually looking up to? I don't know. Mentorship is in two ways. Is in two categories. It can be a distant mentorship, and it can be an intimate mentorship. So I don't know if you had any mentors even before you choose the destiny, the career, or in the course of the career? Do you have any mentor that you look up to?
Mentorship, I think, and I like what you said. It can either be distant or you have close this thing with that. And I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is just understanding what is the major important what's the major function of mentor in the first place. Because whether you're having it distance, whether you're having it afar off, the most important reason why you have a mentor is to be able to learn from that person. You save yourself a lot of time, you save a lot of stress. And a lot of people, most time, especially in this era, especially young people, think until you have very close accord with someone, they are not necessarily your mentor. But I don't see it that way. I might be wrong. But for me, I think it's something that has helped for me. I think one major thing, the truth be told, I never had any close access to anybody while starting out in real estate. And most of the people I learned from were people I either went to YouTube to watch their videos, or I bought their books and I read. So those are like two, and also probably constantly just following up on them on social media, trying to read up their captions, trying to follow their thoughts, understand their mindset, stuff like that. So those are major, like some of the learning curves I had to go through. I think I had, proud to 2023 starting real estate. My first real estate class I had then was in 2021. I had a paid course, one of the top real estate guys here in Nigeria. And I had to pay, I think it was 100, 150,000. I can't remember precisely then. That I think that's the closest I've ever been to any mentor that, but most of the thing I've learned, to be honest, are really through books, watching videos, learning through their stuff online, and majorly that's it for me.
So that's some sort of e-mentorship. I don't know if it's allowed in this one. I don't know if there's any language like that. But the thing is, see, that's very smart of you. And one thing stood out for me, and beyond the passion you have for success, you're just ready to go to any miles for these things. And the thing is, what really inspired you into real estate? Because it seems you have a very strong desire, burning desire for this thing. And it's more like, okay, there's something for everybody. There's a spark for everybody. Maybe my spark is the success story I'm doing now. Who knows? But you found your spark, and very quick, it worked out. Because when people hear this story, 3 months, we've been in business for 5 years and I've not made this, I was still pushing. Yes, it's a different story for everybody. But what was your inspiration? So I don't know, probably for people who have been doing business for long, probably if you hear inspiration, you can actually pick something up and boom, your business is back.
So I really don't to be honest, I really don't think I found the spark way early on in life. But one thing I've come to discover and realize is the truth is, if you even if you read up stories of young achievers, early achievers early on, like around the world, around the globe, you discover they are early starters too. So one thing I've come to realize about success is the faster you start, the faster you would fail, and the faster you will get results too. So I think I started on way early, and that's why probably at this stage I'm having that kind of level of success I have at this point. To be very honest, I feel that was one of the major contributing factor to it. Yeah.
All right. So looking back at your younger self, what would you have done better? Because I can remember you lay emphasis on how you started out at the age of 17.
Yeah.
Well, left to me, I don't think there's a better age to start anything at that age. But I don't know, probably you have some things you regretted doing, or you have some things you wish you should have done better. So can you quickly run us through?
Okay, I think one major one, to be honest, that would I like that question. one major one would be don't be emotionally attached to business.
Guys, that one right there.
Don't be emotionally attached.
Especially here in Lagos. Jesus, you are wrong, man.
Don't be emotionally attached in business. The truth is, if you are in business, you should of course do it right. But the major number one reason why you are in business is, the truth is, you are there to make money. Forget all this. The truth is, you are there to make money. And if you don't make money in business, it's hard to run any business. It's really hard to run any business. I think that's one major one I learned. And the second one I really learned on is, to be honest, I wish I started reading on way earlier on in life. Okay. I think that would have propelled me much more better. I do read.
The sorry to cut it short, but the person I thought started business very much young, at a very young age, which gave him an upper edge among his peers, was Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes.
Robert Kiyosaki started his business, though it was a very minor sort of business. He started at the age of probably 8, 12 or something. Selling of I read that from the book of My Father Than Rich Dad. So do you wish to have started your business from what age? I don't know. If the age of 17 to me is looking too old or something. So no, that's what I'm trying to ask. What age?
To be honest, starting out at 17 is not really too old for me. I think one thing that was really too old for me was, I think I really wished I started learning way early on in life. I started reading successful people's story early on in life. I started picking up those books early on in life. I started watching those videos early on in life. It wasn't that I wasn't doing them, but I felt I wouldn't have gone much more harder. I could have gone much more further. That's just, I think that's the two things I really think I've done much more better, to be honest.
Well, that's a very cool one. And honestly speaking, that's inspiring. Okay, I wish I should have started my success story at the age of 4.
Information. Nothing really changed about the guy.
Yeah.
And at the end of 6 years, you just discover that guy is now a medical doctor. He could handle situations he couldn't handle before.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same way it works in business, to be honest.
For everything.
Thank you very much for everything in life. Like, the more people who knows a lot, they're able to do a lot of things.
Yeah. Even for you to work with God. Exactly. Actually hear from him.
Yes,
so that's a way of getting informed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, the more informed you are, the more things you'll be able to do. And I think it's one of the major things we lack, especially. You see someone who's running a business, probably your business is doing 500 a million, then you're like, pick this next book, at least you'll be able to get this and that from that book. Then it was like, why do I need this? And I feel most time, one thing we have is we have the desire, but most of us don't want to pay the price to be able to get that desire we want, and which is, I think those are the 4 major things. So you have to build resilience, which is very, very important. We have to be able to think bigger. We need to understand some of the problems we complain about
and think
of government.
Think about the longevity of the business.
Yeah, exactly. Then think long term, because you're in business for a long term.
Yeah. And one thing you forgot to add, that one I held on to it. See, if you want to celebrate your win, my brother, don't do the just calm down.
Yeah, we celebrate success early in Africa.
So don't do the, and that's, you see, when you come to look at the Jewish, and one thing is different about the Jewish people. And when you come to look at them, they are like the top-ranking billionaires in the world.
Yeah.
But the thing is it that they don't party? Is it that they don't have a social life? They do have a social life. In fact, they have one of the top social lives in the world.
You're right.
But the thing is, they don't celebrate their success too early.
Yeah.
And you know, the reason, like an African now, it's very certain. Even me as I am. If I should hit 100 million, it's very certain I might be getting a car of about, let's say, 50 million.
Of course.
Yeah. But in the Jewish tradition, or in the Jewish sense of business, they will invest that same 100 million back into the business. If I thought they want to take, probably they can take 10 million to settle some stuff.
Of course.
So that thing is really difficult for us as an African, because when you check our color is very dark. So it's always spot on. So even from our color, right, we like to show.
You're right.
But the truth is, it's good to celebrate your win, but don't go over the bar celebrating your win.
Don't over celebrate little successes.
Yes.
Don't over celebrate
little success. One good thing about this is, no matter how big your first success is, trust me, still a little success.
Of course.
Because because that first success is like a test to what is coming. So it now depends on how well you're able to now manage that first success.
Yeah.
Then your longevity that I spoke about. Yeah. You see how being wise to celebrate your success will lead to the longevity of your business. So guy, the right thing is not to start booking private jets. So that is very revelatory. That is a very good one.
Yeah.
I'm very solid, honestly, and I commend you. Well done, sir. So I would just like to, as a businessman that you are, moving on to the next phase of your life, what do you want to be known for? Because I'm very sorry to say this, but you see, one of the things that really prompt these videos, this content we are creating, is because I did a survey, personal survey, and I found out that we have a lot of youth who are hungry, who have a burning desire and passion, but they don't know how to go about business. So now, you see, I want to talk about greatness. Greatness, yes, when you have money, when you are rich, yes, it aids your greatness. But in the true sense, greatness is more about impartation.
Yeah, impact,
yeah, rather than what you have or what you want. You might want a very little. Your what might not be much, but if your impartation is so great, you've touched life.
Of course,
you're a great man already.
Of course.
So now moving on to the next phase, as is Samuel Ojo, because the name is a brand already.
Of course.
So that's what you want to be known for.
The truth is, one of the things I really want to be known for is I want to be known for building great businesses in Africa.
Okay.
Because I really want to, one of the things that are really driving force to me, I think, was it earlier this year, I was trying to write down the 5 major sectors I want to play in when it comes to business area, and I have it written down. One thing I want to be known for is I want to be known as someone who builds great businesses in Africa, because the truth is, most of these major problems we are saying we are facing in Africa, we have to build businesses that will address those problems.
Yes, sir.
That's one of the major things I went to work for. The second one I really want to be known for is someone who was able to impact and influence other people to dream bigger, to think bigger, to do bigger stuff. And also, I really want to be known for, I think, someone who does contribute to the quota in making the world a much more better place before I get to live. Because I used to think of something What if people who came before us live life the way we live? Are we going to like enjoy some of these things
These
we
things
get
we
to
are
enjoy?
enjoying, yeah.
We are recording this with a phone. What
Yeah.
if Steve Jobs never get to do this?
Exactly. And the thing is, these are sacrifices of their lifetime.
Exactly. This were
Devoted
where
their
they
life doing.
committed to.
Yeah.
And today you can see other people can just pick up a phone, be on the internet, create content, and they are making money due to what another man committed his life to.
Everybody
So-
wants to get an iPhone 15 Pro Max. It was actually somebody's dream.
It was actually someone's dream.
Yeah.
And someone can just pick up a phone now. He can do anything with the phone, make money with the phone. What if he never commit to make that kind of thing? So I really want to commit in building great businesses that can help other people create a much more better life. Thrive, exactly. That's the right word. Other people to thrive, other people to live better, then contributing my quota and making the world a much more better place than I left it. That's some of my key driving force.
This is a very big inspiration here. And this is a very big dream. It won't be easy.
Of course.
But it's one of those steps in doing that, one of those steps in achieving that, creating, like, contributing your quota to the society is actually this content. You see,
Yeah.
all of these things you have said are things that you pay for in conferences.
Of course.
But the thing is, I should not lie. He didn't even bill us to do this for us. So we hit him up, we replied our best.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, let's get on this. And here we are today shooting for you. So guys, like, stop living for yourself
Yeah.
and start living for others. It's when you start living for others, that's when the sense of responsibility
Of
really
course.
comes in.
Of course.
And you see, President Tinubu has. So President Tinubu see us in long year. You understand? Our local. So the thing is, you really have to do something for yourself. Yeah, you want to abuse the man, you want to say a lot of things, but his impact got him to where he is today.
Yeah.
You understand? So you too, if you want to do Igbo local, yeah, you to impact people. And those people you're impacting, you understand? They have a way to like help you get and achieve what you want to achieve in life. And this is also a shout out to our CEO, Ajayi Oluwasegun. Thank you for hosting Mr. Samuel Ojo, and thank you for agreeing to do this with Samuel Ojo. The thing is, I just sent him your profile, he didn't even check the profile, and he stamped it. So thank you, sir, for having us. And my crew, TepTV, and yeah, there's somebody here. I would just like to mention his name. I don't know. Probably I'll put his handle in the video. So let's take Mr. Daniel. Mr. Daniel, thank you for doing this with us. All right, so we're not going. So just teach you. All right, so to wrap up the program, Mr. Samuel Ojo, would you like to thank our fans for sitting this long?
To be honest, I would really thank you. And the truth is, these are some of the commitments that built great people too.
Yeah.
Like the truth is, you could have easily been, instead of the 30 minutes you want to spend, you could have been on your phone scrolling through social media. But these are some of the little commitments that add up. It builds up, and before you know it, if you do it consistently, you get information that will enable you to build a greater life for yourself and a much more better life for yourself. So a big well done, and also thank you for what you're doing, because it takes a lot of sacrifice. Of course, I don't know, I don't know if anybody's paying you for this, but at least it's one of those things. And the truth is, we need much more of those platforms and being able to share our story, because I think that's one of the major problems we lack in this side of the world. We don't share our story well enough. Then the media come, they just overshadow us with bad stories.
And the truth is, even when we get to share our stories, we don't get to see the truth is, he's a billionaire here, but you can jam him on the streets. You guys are hustling together. Cheers, that's the sweetness of it. No dream, you can't jam that on the street. You have to go through his cover security. But yeah, he has his own cover, he has his own security. But you can jam it as a young man on the street. You can meet in streets, you can meet in the church camp. I don't know.
Yeah,
you can also meet in the club. You understand? It's a very easy thing. So that's the beauty of this young entrepreneurship journey.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you very much for having us. Really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right, my country people. Yeah, so I want to say a very big thank you to everybody that's endured and that enjoyed this fire-packed inspirational video. I want to say thank you for sticking to this, for sticking to your TV, for sticking to your YouTube, for sticking to your mobile phone. And I hope you do enjoy this content. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have anything you just like us to just drop it in the comment section. And please don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share with your family and friends. So if you would like us to also bring our camera, you like us to also bring our lightning and our sound to your home for Nigerians to hear your success story, kindly reach out to us via our Instagram page, TepTV_production. Just send us a DM and yeah, we'll be with you. So thank you for having us today. God bless you. Compliment of the season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. TepTV love you. Peter love you. I remain your guy. See you on the next episode.